Hello, welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to discuss about chapter 11, leadership for the organizational behavior class. This we are using book of organizational behavior concept, conversion, and applications. This is done by, in terms of copyright, by 2023 Pearson Canada copyrights. Okay, so the slide is owned by them. Okay, it's Langton, Robbins, Judge, Yap, and Perry is the author for this particular chapter. So it's quite a long one actually. That's about 83 slides. So we're gonna go try to put just the main point for this chapter so everyone can understand and review by themselves. Okay, what is leadership? There's a leadership as a provisions. The trait theories. What are the leaders? Different from others. There are as well as behavior theories. Do leaders behave in different ways? And there's a summary of trait theories and behavior theory as well. There's a contingent theories. That's distribution methods. And then we're going to discuss the chapter outline here: inspirational leadership, charismatic leadership, such as transaction and transformation leadership. There's also a responsible leadership. This will call it authentic, ethical, servant, and as well as mentoring. Alright, so each has its own character, okay? Charismatic leadership will be like a General Patton, say in the military, or maybe Arthur Douglas, example in Asia Pacific Command. Mao Zedong is another characteristic leadership, okay? And there are quite a number of very, very inspiring leadership that is in the world, okay? Transaction and transformational leadership, we will review this step by step in the next slide. Okay, let's do that. Let's go back. Let's go for moving up. Chance our understanding of leadership. Leadership as attributions, substitutes for naturalized or of leadership, online leaderships, how to lead, and do a servant leadership as well. In terms of construct leadership, learning outcomes here, there's about 8 of them. We're gonna focus. All right. Let me just slow it down here. Our chair so it can much more easier to look at it. Okay. At the same time. All right. Contrast management, identify the trait theories of leadership is number one. Number two, identify the central tenets and main limitation of behavioral theories leadership. Number three, assess the contingent theories of leadership by their level of support. Number four, contrast inspirational and responsible leaderships. Number five, define authentic leaderships. Number six, discuss the requirements of ethical leadership. Number seven, define servant leaderships. Number eight, identify the challenges to our understanding of leaderships. Okay, what is leadership? Let's start. Leadership is the ability to influence a group toward the achievement of a vision or set of goals. It is a source of influence that may be formal, via position of negotiation, or not, where people can call and perform these roles. Non-structural leadership is the ability to influence that is arise outside the formal structure of an organization. It may be as one more important than the formal influence. Organizations need both strong leadership and strong management. Leaders need to challenge the status quo, create visions of futures, and inspire the organization members to achieve their visions. It manages to formulate detailed plans, create efficient organizational structures, and oversee day-to-day operations. Leadership as supervisions. Three general types of the theories. The trait theories are leaders different from the others. Behavior theories do leaders behave in particular ways. Number three, contingent theory, that's the situation matters. Trait theories are leaders different from others. Trait theories leaders are theories that consider personal qualities and characteristics that differentiate leaders from non-leaders. There's an extroversion, consciousness, openness, and emotional intelligence. We can continue. After taking the theme, trait theories are leaders different from others. Traits can predict leadership, but they are better at predicting leaders' emergence than effectiveness. Leadership also needs to evolve with artificial intelligence, AI, our decision-making capabilities, such as processing information, may begin over to AI in the future. Soft elements such as personality traits, attitudes, and behavior may become more highly valued. Behavior theories, do leaders behave in different ways? Behavior theories of leadership are they proposing the specific behavior differentiate leaders from others. Trait research provide a basis of selecting the right people of leadership. Behavior theories for leadership imply that we could train people to be leaders. In the Ohio State studies found two key dimensions of leader behavior, such as initiating structure is the extent to which leaders are likely to define and structure their role as the role of employees and to attain goals. Consideration is the extent to which the leader is likely to have a job relationship characterized by mutual trust, respect for employees' ideas, and regard to the feelings. University of Management Studies, one key dimension of leader behavior, such as employee-oriented leaders, is the leader who emphasizes the interpersonal relations. A production-oriented leader is a leader who emphasizes the technical and task aspect of the job. The definition of the two studies are very similar. In terms of science, trade, and theory behavior theories, in general, research indicates that there is a variety of both traits and behavioral theories, parts of which theory can explain facets of leadership, emergence, and effectiveness. As important as trait behavior, identity active and effective leaders, they do not guarantee the success. A context is very important. Cognitive theories thus the situation matters stress the importance of considering the context when examining leadership, such as Fiedler, Contingent Flonel, Hersey, and Blanca situational leadership, path, goal, and theory as well. The Fiedler conditioning model, conditioning model is a leadership theory that proposes an effective group performance depend on the proper match between the leader's style and the degree to which the decision gives the leader control. And the LPC, which is the least preferred co-workers questionnaire, is an instrument that proposes to measure whether a person is task or leadership oriented. The Fiedler conditioning model, a fit that might be found within the institution and the leader style that there to be a leadership effectiveness. We can assess this here in terms of three conditions, such as situational dimensions. Okay. The Fiedler continuum model here, leader members' relation to the degree of confidence, trust, and respect members have toward their leaders. The trust structures, the degree to which job assignments are procedural structured or not. Position power, the degree to which the influencer has overpower-based activities such as hiring, firing, and discipline promotion and salary increases. Finally, Fiedler models here showing up here, the x-axis represent favorable, moderate, and unfavorable, by the y-axis represent the poor as well as good performance. Give you an example here, leader member relation from good, from 1 to 4, 5 good, 1 to 4 is good, the rest is poor here. Task structure will be high here in the beginning 1, 2, and low at 3 and 4, and high again in 5 and 6, 7, 8 will be low. Position power is the other way around. It's going to be strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, and strong, weak in each interval. Excuse me, again, what is leadership? Hersey and Blanca situation leadership. SL is a leadership theory that focuses on readiness of followers. SL says successful leadership depends on selecting the right leadership style contingents on the followers' readiness to the extent to which they are willing and able to accomplish the specific task. Hersey Blanca situation leadership, a leader should choose one of the four behaviors depending on the followers' readiness. What are they? Followers can accept and reject the leaders. Effectiveness depends on the followers' response to the leader's actions, and it is model that does not get support from the research findings. Hersey Blankenstein leadership, follower able to but unwilling to. Leaders need to use the supportive and participative style. Followers will be both able and willing. The leader will be a fair approach to work. Hersey Blankenstein leadership, unable. Follower will be unable but unwilling. Leaders need to display high task orientation, high relationship orientations. And for the followers, unable and unwilling, leaders need to give clear and specific direction. That's the key part. The leader has to provide give and clear specific directions. Here again, the y-axis represents relationship behavior from low to high. The x-axis represents task behavior from low to high. And here you will see S4 is delegating, S3 will be participating, S2 will be selling, and S1 will be telling. This is for number 1, S4 will be R4, able and willing. Participating will be able and willing, appreciative. Now, selling will be unable and willing. Telling will be unable and willing to insecure. So the best one is delegation. This is number 1. The lowest one is telling. Path theory is a leadership theory that says it is the leader's job to assist followers in attaining their goals and provide necessary directions and support to ensure that their goals are compatible with the overall objective of the group organizations. Path goal theory suggests that it is the leader's job to provide followers with information, support, and other resources necessary to achieve the goal. Give you the path goal theory here. That's the charts. These factors, environment at the top. In terms of structure, there's a task structure for authority system and work group. For subordinate, we will focus on control, experience, and perceived stability. For leadership behavior, it is directive, supportive, participative, achievement oriented all the way toward the outcome in terms of performance and satisfactions. Okay, that's the key part. Performance and satisfaction. Path goal theory, the directive, inform subordinate of expectations, give guidance and supportive, friendly and approachable, and show concern for the status as need for the subordinates. What is leadership? Path goal theory, participate, consult with subordinates, solicit suggestions, take suggestions into consideration as well, achievement oriented, set challenging goals, expect subordinate to perform the highest level, continuously improvement in the performance, has confidence in the highest motivation of the employee. Inspirational leadership is focus is a leader as a communicator who inspires others to act and beyond their immediate self-interest. There's two common leadership theories here. Just charismatic leadership and transformational leadership. In charismatic leadership is from the Greek language for give. Charismatic theory is the leadership theory that state the force make contributions of heroic and extraordinary leadership ability when they observe certain behavior. Charismatic leader is a certain quality of an individual personality by virtue of which he or she is set apart from other people and treated endowment for its supernatural and superhuman at least specific external powers for quality. The House-Charismatic leadership theory, its followers make a condition of theoretic and extraordinary leadership ability when they observe certain behavior. Charismatic leaders, there's four characteristics of leaders which have a vision, are willing to take personal risks, are sensitive to followers' needs, and exhibit behavior that are out of the ordinary. Traits and personality are related to charisma. People can be trained to exhibit charismatic behavior. Exhibit 11.4, the key characteristics of a leader will be vision and articulations, such as has a vision and express idealized goal. Okay, for proposing better future and status quo and clarify the importance of the vision in terms that are understandable to others. Number two, personality risk, willing to take a high personal risk, incur high cost, and engage in self-sacrifice to achieve the vision. Number three, sensitive followers, needs, perceptive of others, ability and responsive to their needs and feelings. And number four, unconventional behavior, engage in behavior that are perceived as novel and counter norm. Characteristic leadership will be a vision. It is a long-term strategy for attaining goals and goals. It must be inspirational, value-centered, realizable, and given with supervisory, imagery, and articulations. A vision statement is a formal articulation of an organization's vision and missions. Charismatic leadership, a leader articulates an abstract vision, such as vision statement, a formal long-term strategy to attain goals, lists past, present, and futures. Leaders communicate high performance, expression, and confidence in their followers' ability. Leaders convey a new set of values by setting an examples. Okay, let's go back again. Leaders engage in emotional induction and often unconscious behavior to demonstrate conviction about their vision. In terms of character and leadership, charismatic leaders who are larger than life do not act in best interest of their organization. Many charismatic but corrupt leaders have allowed their personal goals to override the goals of their organizations. Okay, this is a good example. A lot of political leaders that has been corrupt. I'm going to give later on in the class. I'm going to give you some example of the most corrupt leaders in the world that has amassed their fortune, many fortune for their personal gains. Success depends on the citizen, on the leader's vision, and the check and balances in place of money to monitor the outcome. Transaction and transformational leadership. Transaction leaders are leaders who guide or motivate their followers in the direction of a established goal by clarifying goal and task requirements. Transformational leaders are leaders who are inspired to followers to transcend their own self-interest and who can have profound and extraordinary effect on their followers. Transaction and transformational leadership, not opposing but complementary approach to the leadership. Balanced leaders are a mix of both. Only one type is not enough to be successful. It gives you an example Inspired leadership. Exhibit 11.1. Each has the transaction on transformational leader. For example, transaction leader have contingent reward, exchange reward via contacts, and promise to reward for good performance, recognize and accomplishment. Management by exception, active, watches and searches for any deviation from rule and standard to take corrective action. And management by exception, which is passive, intervene only if standards are not met. Okay. Transformational leader, idealist influence, provide vision and sense of mission, idealist pride, gain and respect and trust. Inspire motivation, communicate high expectation, use symbol to focus effort, express important purpose in simple ways. Intellectual stimulation, promote intelligence and rationality. Example source here, the purpose based on the permission from transactional and transformation. Transactional and transformational leadership, characteristics of transactional leaders, contingent reward, contract exchange of rewards of effort, promise reward for good performance, and recognize the accomplishment. Transactional and transformational leadership, management by exception, active, watches and searches for deviations from rules and standard, takes corrective actions, and management by exception, which is passive, interferes only if standards are not met. And leaders abdicate responsibility and avoid making decisions. So that's a good example here given to you. All right. Transformative leadership, ideas influence, provides vision and sense of mission, and instill pride and gain respect. Let me just go back. For inspiring motivations, communicate high expectation, use symbol to focus effort, and express important for the purpose of simple ways. Intellectual information, promote intelligence, rationality, and careful problem solving. For individual consideration, give personal attention to each employee individually, coaches, and advisors. In terms of types of leadership, the full range of leadership model is depicts 7 management styles on a continuum such as laissez-faire, management by exception, contingent reward, individual consideration, intellectual stimulation, inspiring motivation, and idealist influence. I'll give you an example here. Are the typical from laissez-faire, from transactional here to transformation here. Give you an idea the full range of leadership models. Okay, transformational leadership work as well by encouraging forwards to be more innovative and creative by providing individual goals. This theory does not show high concern of desired outcomes. Again, let me go show you an example here. Transactional will be laissez-faire, management by exception, conditional reward. Transformational will be individualized consideration to intellectualize stimulation, inspiring motivation, as well as ideas influence. Okay. Transactional leadership, style of leadership can be taught as well. Transactional charismatic leadership, similar concept, but transformational leadership may be considered broader concept that are better than the charisma. Okay. Instrument based on testing shows the measure to be roughly equivalent. Okay. And then, what is the authentic leadership? Is there an ethical dimensions to leadership? What is the servant leadership? What is the leadership role and mentoring? Okay. And then authentic leadership are leaders who know who they are, know what they believe in and value, and act on these values open and candidly. Their followers could consider them to be ethical people. Ethical leadership, ethics and leadership intersect. Transformation leader has ethical implications, change the way the followers thinks. Charisma has an ethical implications, and they can use their charisma to enhance power over the followers directly towards self-serving ends. Ethical leadership is reduce international conflicts and increase organizational citizenship behavior, and need to set a high ethical standard to model them. Example of ethical leadership, social leadership is a leadership concept that leaders convey value that are other-centered and model ethical conduct. Servant leadership is a leadership style marked by going beyond the leadership owning self-interest and instead focusing on opportunity to help followers grow and develop. Servant leadership don't use power to achieve ends, emphasize persuasion, accept stewardship, and active develop followers' potential. Result in higher level commitment to supervisor and self-efficacy and perception to justice. Mentoring is a mentor is an employee who sponsor and support a less experienced employee. The less experienced employee is called protege. Mentoring is a good teachers who are present ideas clearly, listen, and emphasize. There are two functions such as career, in terms of coaching, assisting, and sponsoring, and psychosocial, in terms of counseling, sharing, and acting as a role model. Mentoring will be many relationships can be formal or informal. Many organizations have created formal programs to ensure managing relationships are viable. Should benefit both mentor and protege. Formal relationships are often not as effective as informal ones. Mentor commitment and protege input into relationship are critical. Okay, challenge of our leadership. Number 1 and to 10. Some people ascribe to all events that they don't understand to gods. Others may ascribe to events to poor leadership. Much of an organization's success or failure is due to factors outside the influence of the leadership. Sometimes it's a matter of being in the right or wrong place at the given time. Okay? Again, leadership attribution theory here is a leadership theory that says the leadership is merely attribution that people make about their individual. Perception of leaders strongly affect their performance. Attribution theory suggests what is important and is projecting the appearance of being leader rather than focusing on actual accomplishments. Substitutes for natural leadership. Substitutes are attributes such as experience and training that can be replaced by the need for leader support and ability to create structures. Neutralizer attributes that make it impossible for leaders' behavior or to make it any difference to the followers' outcome. The structure of leadership here, example, defining characters all the way, the structure here this from individual, job, and organizations. It has the detail in terms of experience training, it has no effect and substitutes for. The column will be defining characteristics, retention-oriented leadership, and ties-oriented leadership. This is a different style, okay? From job example, high structure has no effect on, there's a substitute for. Example here, organization has basic work group here, there's a substitute for, there's a substitute for here. This is based on the Lowy and Gardner, 10 years of leadership, based on the leadership quality journal. Online leadership, identify the based on trust. Task is based on the mutual understanding of each other's intention and appreciate of each other and want and desire. Online leadership, negotiate can be hindered because parties express lower level of trust. Good leadership include the ability to communicate, support trust, and expression through electronic communication. Accurately read emotion in others' message writing skills are important. How to lead? Brazil, team-oriented, participate and humane. French, relative task-oriented, will do best, can make decisions in relative authoritative matter. Example here, Egypt, participate demonstrates one status. The leader should ask employees for their opinion, try to manage conflict and not to be afraid to take charge and make the final decisions. China, Chinese culture invites politeness, consideration, and sound service. They also has high performance orientation. Studies suggest that multi-party style may work best in Chinese employees. Servant leadership. Servant leadership may be more prevalent and effective in certain cultures. So the summary here. Number 1, manage handle day-to-day operations. Okay, leaders influence group to achievement of a vision or set of goals. There's a big 5% model that shows strong and consistent relationship between personality and leadership. Number 3, the field condition model, Hershey, Blanchard, social leadership, and path to goal theory are focused on whether the leader is situated and be successful. Number 4, aims to include those with charisma. Number 5, on who know who they are. Number 6, let leaders have followers who engage in more aggressive behavior, willing to bring problems to the leader's attention and reducing interpersonal conflicts. Number 7, servant leaders go beyond leaders' own self-interest and focus on pursuit to help followers grow and develop. Number 8, challenges of our understanding of leadership can come in the form of attributions, neutralizer, and online leadership. So let's review. There's about 3 pages here. How leadership management differ from one another? Number 2, what are the conclusion theories of leadership? Number 3, what are the central tenets and limitation of behavior theories of leadership? Number 4, what are the theory of leaderships? Number 5, how the inspiration and responsibilities can compare and contrast. What leadership roles are available to non-managers? Number 7, what is the authentic leadership? Number 8, what are the requirements of ethical leaderships? Number 9, what is the servant relationship? How does it make any difference in organization? What are the challenges that we face in understanding the leadership? For managers, there's 4 slides here. For maximum leadership effectiveness, ensure that your preference, organization structure, and dimension are a match to your work dynamic and cultures. Hire candidates who exhibit transitional leadership quality and who have demonstrated success in working to others to meet long-term visions. Okay, that's the key part. Personality tests can reveal candidates' higher extraversion, consciousness, and openness, which may indicate leadership readiness. Hire candidates whom you believe are ethical and trustworthy for management role and train can manage in your organization's ethical style to increase your leadership effectiveness. And then seek to develop trusting relationship to followers because organizations have become less stable and predictable. Strong bonds and trust are replacing bureaucratic rules in defining expectation and relationship. And always consider investing in leadership training such as formal courses, workshop, and mentoring. Number group exercise from small group. Discuss following. Identify example someone you thought was a good leader. Who are other people you think is a good leader? What are traits someone you think is a bad leader? Identify a situation where leadership is position, group, workplace. What are the extent you are able to see continued approach in leadership? What made it easier or more too difficult for you? Number 3, when you work in a student group, how frequently leaders emerge in the group? What difficulties you occur when the leaders are in the group? Are they able to overcome these difficulties? These are the key questions, okay? So, let's basically conclude this chapter. I will upload this in YouTube as well as Puzzle for your interactive learning. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.